Kim Jong Un's secret shame, luxury life versus starving North Koreans. Imagine a nation where one man lives like a billionaire king while millions struggle for their next meal. This is North Korea in 2025, a country reopening its borders to tourists for the first time in years, offering rare glimpses into a world of staggering inequality. In one part of North Korea, there's a man who owns 17 palaces, each with gold-plated fixtures and imported delicacies. Just miles away, families celebrate when they can afford a single egg. This is the tale of two North Koreas, and the gap between them is more shocking than you could ever imagine. Every morning, the same ritual plays out across North Korea's industrial cities. Mothers zip their children's thin jackets higher. Fathers check their bicycle chains. One more time, and everyone braces for another day of moving through a world where a 5-won bus fare, literally less than a US penny, can still strain a family budget. In the countryside, bicycles become everything. School bus, delivery truck, and lifeline rolled into two wheels and rust. In North Korean classrooms, two things never change: the portraits of dead leaders watching from the walls and the empty stomachs of students trying to concentrate. Sure, education is free and universal, creating one of the world's most educated populations. But behind the disciplined school system lies hardship. North Korea's per capita income hovers around $1,200, making it one of the poorest countries in the world. About 60% of its 26.5 million people live below the poverty line, with chronic food shortages. The average worker earns $2 to $3 a day, barely enough for rice, vegetables, and a bit of meat on special occasions. Urban residents are often mobilized to rural farms during planting season, a tradition rooted in the devastating famines of the 1990s. Natural disasters like floods and typhoons still disrupt food supplies, and most communities rely on manual labor to clear damage. Now, step into Kim Jong Un's world. In 2025, his personal fortune is estimated at $5 billion. Wealth built through control of state resources, mineral exports, arms sales, and illicit operations like Office 39. His main residence, the Ryongsong compound in Pyongyang, covers 12 square kilometers, a city within a city. Inside, Olympic-sized pools with water slides, banquet halls, horse stables, and a private cinema holding 1,000 guests. His film collection, over 20,000 foreign titles, strictly banned for regular citizens. And that's just the lifestyle inside one residence. To protect it, security measures are on another level: electric fences, minefields, underground tunnels, and even a nuclear-proof bunker stand guard. But Ryongsong is far from his only palace. In fact, Kim owns at least 17 opulent estates across the country, including the famed Wonsan Villa, a coastal retreat complete with cruise ships, horse ranges, and a private island often compared to the beaches of Ibiza or Hawaii. Kim's armored 90-carriage train is a rolling palace, traveling slowly at 60 kilometers per hour due to its heavy armor. Inside are conference rooms, French and Japanese kitchens, and pink leather seats. On board, a pleasure brigade of hand-picked women caters to the leader and guests. For the skies, Kim has a customized Ilyushin IL-62 Millions jet with white leather sofas and crystal ashtrays, alongside several smaller aircraft. On water, he cruises in a $7 to $8 million Princess yacht and multiple private ships, one with an Olympic pool. Every year, Kim spends over $10 million on luxury goods. His liquor cabinet includes $2,000 bottles of Hennessy cognac and rare Bordeaux wines. His diet features Kobe beef, Iranian caviar, and Swiss cheese, so much so that he once sent chefs abroad to learn how to make it. His $8 million watch collection and custom-made cigarettes, costing $44 a pack, are beyond imagination in a country where the average monthly income is around $150. Kim's wife, Ri Sol-ju, carries Dior handbags worth $1,500, while his sister Kim Yo-jong has been spotted with a $9,500 purse, all in defiance of international sanctions. His daughter rides imported horses and skis at luxury resorts, far removed from the struggles of other North Korean children. But it's not just personal indulgence that defines Kim's luxury lifestyle, it's also a political tool. Kim employs what is known as gift politics to secure loyalty, showering the elite with lavish rewards such as apartments, luxury cars, and expensive watches. In 2022, for instance, a TV anchor was gifted a 2-story apartment in recognition of her propaganda work. Yet behind this glittering facade lies a grim reality. Nearly 70% of North Korean citizens suffer from food insecurity. Still, Kim continues to invest heavily in projects that flaunt wealth and modernity. In June 2025, Kim unveiled the Wonsan Coastal Tourist Zone, a massive beach resort with hotels, villas, and sports facilities. It's aimed at attracting foreign tourists, mainly from Russia and China, to bring in hard currency. But for most North Koreans, this is another world. Many coastal villagers still rely on fishing or gathering shellfish by hand for food. In July 2025, the US imposed new sanctions targeting North Korean won-T workers who were secretly earning foreign currency for the regime. Yet these measures have done little to curb the elite's appetite for extravagance. Luxury imports still soared to over $50 million in just the first 8 months of 2024. Meanwhile, for ordinary citizens, life remains tightly bound to the state's control. Every home is required to display portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong Un, which must be kept spotless under the constant threat of inspection. The reverence is so deeply ingrained that one famous North Korean film tells the story of a man who lost his life while trying to save these portraits from a burning house. Public culture mixes tradition and propaganda. Kindergartners perform folk songs, while adult workers join economic campaigns involving music and dance to boost morale. Internet access? Only a closed intranet for approved research. Travel within the country is restricted, and crossing borders without permission can mean prison, or worse. Kim's Swiss education gave him a taste for Western luxuries, but his wealth is built on the suffering of his people, from forced labor and illicit trade to cybercrimes that have stolen billions in cryptocurrency. While Kim imports thoroughbred horses worth over $500,000, many citizens face constant surveillance, strict rationing, and an atmosphere of fear. Yet, even in this tightly controlled society, small moments of beauty manage to survive. Children singing in schoolyards, families strolling together in the evenings, and communities sharing what little they possess. However, behind these fleeting glimpses of normal life lies a stark reality. The wealth that fuels Kim Jong Un's extravagant tastes does not come from transparent state budgets or lawful trade. Instead, it flows through a vast and sophisticated web of illicit networks. These include overseas shell companies, front businesses, and smuggling operations that together generate hundreds of millions of dollars in hard currency each year. North Korean operatives, often disguised as legitimate traders or freelance IT specialists working abroad, channel their earnings back to Pyongyang in secret. The regime further boosts its coffers through arms sales, counterfeit currency schemes, and cryptocurrency theft, with state-backed hackers stealing billions in digital assets to sidestep international sanctions. Through this underground economy, Kim maintains a steady pipeline of luxury imports, from designer suits to rare liquor, even as much of his population endures grinding poverty. At the core of this network are trusted regime loyalists stationed across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, who manage covert shipping routes and high-value trades. These channels allow North Korea to smuggle in banned items like luxury cars, fine art, and expensive watches, often through countries with weaker customs enforcement. Payments are laundered through complex banking maneuvers, making them hard to trace. While ordinary citizens struggle with chronic food shortages, this clandestine financial system sustains Kim's multi-million-dollar estates, private jets, and yacht parties. A sharp contrast that underscores the regime's priorities. In effect, North Korea's shadow economy isn't just about survival under sanctions, it's the lifeline for one man's opulence. North Korea's 2025 story is one of extremes. Unimaginable power and wealth concentrated in one family, while millions endure hardship with quiet resilience. As borders reopen and tourism expands, the question remains, will any of this wealth ever reach the people? Or will it only fuel the empire of a man whose life couldn't be further from theirs?